Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Well, happy Tuesday and welcome to episode 109 of Talk is Cheap. We are so excited that you're here. And we have a really fun show for you tonight. We have Chris Parnell here. We have Tim Ketcherson as my co-host, and I hope I pronounced his name properly, and if not, he can correct me. And we have the beautiful Stacy Corwin. She's back here to help with some helpful hints and tips and stuff like that. And well, hopefully she can help me speak properly. I don't know. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. But we also have the scorekeeper, and guess who else is here? Let's bring him up. All right, Alex, he needs his intro because you know how it's in his contract now. That's right. It's the Chewy Cam, and there's Chewy. Chewy's so happy, sleeping, just, you know, all cuddled up. And I'm a little jealous of Chewy right now. Yes, Michelle. Michelle's very excited that Chewy is here. And so am I. I love Chewy being here. And June Colson's here saying, hey, it's Talk is Cheap Tuesday. That's right. Some people have Taco Tuesday, but we have Talk is Cheap Tuesday. Michelle says that is awesome. Sharon's here. Here's Rhonda. Do you love the way I just interpret how everybody's talking? I love that too. Oh, Alice Green, we love you. She says she loves us, Rhonda, Alex, and Chewy. See, and she even has Alex included. Alex, for those of you who don't know, Alex is my producer and my co-producer, and he helps me so much with all the technology because I don't know how I would do this without him. But that intro that you saw in the beginning, he put that together for me, and I'm really thankful for that. So how are you guys doing out there? It's getting colder here in Rhode Island. We did go for a walk today, but you know, because I have to get the miles, you know, on my Fitbit. So because I'm in a group. And even though I come in last, like every single week, I still want to get I don't want them to think I'm dead is what I'm saying. Okay. That's what it is. But no, I love it. I love it. It was beautiful because, you know, all the trees are changing color and that's gorgeous. And it was cold though. It was a little cold. I wore like a very fuzzy, thick sweatshirt with a hood. Unbelievable. Hey, Nina Manning is here and very excited that Stacy Corwin's here. Thanks, Nina. She's going to be on shortly. Stick around. We're excited that Stacy's here too. All right. Well, you know what? We are going to get the show rolling. And we are going to bring up my co-host tonight. He's the producer of Mixed Nuts, a local sourced stand-up comedy show with an emphasis on diversity. Can he help me speak tonight? I don't know. Maybe. I can't do very well tonight. I don't know. He also was a finalist in the 2021 Clean Comedy Challenge and received the Leah Ciasco Spirit of Comedy Award. Leah was such a sweetheart. I had the opportunity of meeting her, and so that is a very honorable award. Please welcome for the very first time on Docket's Jeep. We have to get rid of Chewy first. Bye, Chewy. Tim, get your sit, everybody. Oh, wait.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hey. Oh, wait. Here's your applause.
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. There. That's better. That's better.
I'm not used to that happening, so I didn't miss it.
How are you, Tim? And did I pronounce your name properly?
You did great. Normally, if
Really?
somebody's introducing me, I just say Tim K. It's easier. But I have a son who that is his stage name, so it doesn't work really well for me.
I see.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. We have June. She says, "Hey, Tim."
Hey, June.
Alice wants to welcome you. So Tim, you are where? Where are you?
We're in Dallas, more or less. I actually live in Farmers Branch, but it's a little suburb surrounded by Dallas.
Okay.
So,
and what's your weather been like, Tim?
You know, it's interesting. You said it was cool there. We blistered down into the 50s today. It was freezing for a Texan today.
That is cool. And I'm not, that if it just stayed there, I'd be fine with that.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like the prelude to the mean season. Okay. Because I'm not a big winter person.
Right.
And you're like, Rhonda, why do you live, in New England? Because don't you have snow? Yes, we do. We have snow. We have cold weather. I don't know why. I don't know. My family moved here and then I just stayed. And I think that's what people do in New England. They just stay,
Where did y'all move from?
I don't know. I was just a wee.
Oh, you were tiny.
Yeah, I was a little tot.
So you've been there. You've been there 15, 20 years.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. How'd you know? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like you knew my age right away. It's unbelievable. Hey, John Peters. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Says hello and God bless. And Michelle's excited that you're here. So like your winters, how cold does it get in the winter?
We'll get a snow or two, and last year, we had the freezing weather and Texas wasn't ready for it.
Right.
And so we spent a few hours with no electricity, but.
Oh yeah. You guys were out for like days, right?
We weren't. I mean, there were people who had serious trouble with it, but we have a small little house with a fireplace in it. So.
Oh, that's nice.
We survived. We did great. But normally it's really hot in the summer and mild the rest of the time. So
I have been there in the summer. I've been to Dallas in the summer more than once, actually.
Yeah.
And it is hot. You guys have a lot of big bugs there too.
We probably do. Yeah. We have a lot of mosquitoes.
No, but you have like these big bug things that were really, one time when I went, there were like all these bugs, like it's left an impression on me, Tim, can you tell?
Yeah.
And I was freaking out. Okay. There, I said it.
So like locusts, is that what you're talking about?
It might have been, yeah. I don't.
Did you hear them?
They were like, they covered like a whole wall. And I don't know. I was looking it up in the Bible to see if that was one of the signs, because it was freaking me out.
It is one of the signs.
So Dallas is going first. Is that how it's going to work?
I think we've already gone. And so
You're left behind.
You were just getting a picture of what the rest of the world will soon experience.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right, Stacy. Stacy's excited that her Aunt Nina from New Orleans is watching. We have people from all over watching. That is so cool. Yay, Nina.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey there, Desiree. She says, hi, Rhonda. Hi, Alice Green. That's awesome. Desiree's here. And Chris. Hey, Chris. Hello, Earthlings. Well, we know. Where's Chris from? Chris, where are you watching from, Chris? That's kind of scary. June says that I was traumatized, so I won't even call her June bug. Yeah, I know. I'm not a big bug person, but that's all right. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. Oh my goodness. So Tim, have you been doing any comedy lately? Have you been out doing any comedy lately?
A little bit. Dallas has opened up. You know, and so I've had a chance to get out. We did a show with Rick Roberts, which was awesome back at the.
Oh, we love Rick.
Yeah, he did so good. He was here for an event with the city of Irving, and we were able to book him for a day to stay over, and we did a show together at the Firehouse Theater. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Other than that, it's mainly open mics for me, and I've got a show this week, the 12th, at Tarrant County College District. But
yeah, it's been tough. It's definitely not where it was,
right.
It's slowly, it's coming back.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a slow, it's not like everything's open and everybody's back to normal. And I actually did a show yesterday, which was a lot of fun for school, for not for the school, but for the staff and the faculty, the teachers and some of the faculty members. And but I mean, they were all masked.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, that makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah, it's harder. It's harder.
Yeah, because you'll laugh to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did that all right. Wasn't funny, but I'm going to go with the mask thing.
We did my wife and I went to see a show. Plano Comedy House is a new club that's opened up here. Mm-hmm. We were there for opening weekend. This is like 10 days ago.
Okay.
And it's a venue that would hold maybe 300 people,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there were 50 people there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so there's stuff happening, but it's not happening, like it was happening before.
Yeah.
So
2019 happening.
No.
It's better than 2020 happening, but
yeah.
Not 2019 happening, not yet.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get there. Things. Definitely there. I do see. I do see some promise. So it's a good thing. Chester says, Tim, hey.
Yeah, I met Chester in Indianapolis, and had a great time together. John Peters, I think we used to do Punchlines in Pajamas on Tuesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
So I've noticed on Facebook that he looks like he's getting very healthy.
Yes, he does. And you know what? That is a great segue, because the person that I am going to bring up next has a lot to say about staying healthy.
All right. It won't help me, but it'll probably help other people.
Well, we're going to have to pay attention to what she says. She's a speaker, humorist, a wellness enthusiast. She overcame an addiction to food. And she lost nearly, are you ready for this? 200 pounds, and has kept it off for over 10 years.
Wow.
Now, the keeping it off for over 10 years, that's
huge.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually not huge. It's
yeah, I was trying to think of a better word, and it just popped out.
I know. All right. We're just getting corny here on Talking Street. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, she loves to share her testimony and her twisted sense of humor and glorify God and help others who are all struggling. Please welcome back Stacey Corwin.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you for having me back. I'm glad to be here. Spend a little extra time with you this time. So yeah.
We're so glad that you're here. We're so glad that you're here.
Absolutely.
You're just last time you were here, well, you have been on the show, and you stayed the whole time, and you've done a segment too. You did a segment on intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And today you're going to answer some questions for us, and why don't you give a little bit of your story, Stacey? So
sure. Well, I'm 46 right now, and on my 30th birthday, I did weigh every bit of 300 pounds. I grew up always thinking I was a little chubby and always comparing myself to other people, but, just playing and doing some athletics and everything, I was able to, keep it. I wasn't obese, I just always felt bigger than everybody else and was a little self-conscious about it. and got into college, put on a few pounds there, and then got married, and with my pregnancy put on a significant amount of weight, more than I should have. And then I was put on bed rest toward the end of that, which just compounded that. And well, it took me 13 years to lose the baby weight, basically. And I kept putting on more weight after having my baby. That's not what you're supposed to do, by the way. And it just happened over time. And I want to start by saying this is nothing about shame of being overweight. It is not a sin to be overweight. That was not my problem. And it took me a long time to recognize what my real problem was. And that was that I had an idol in my life. And the way you know if you have an idol is you ask yourself, what gets your time? What gets your attention? Where do you spend your money? Where are your thoughts? And mine were always with food. And, if I was lonely, I ate. If I was sad, I ate. To celebrate, I would eat. And God says, he wants us to come to him in those situations. And so that, I worshiped food, and I knew I had a problem when I started, hiding what I was eating. And, I would do the thing where I ordered 2 drinks at the drive-thru so they wouldn't think all that food was for me. And, and if you have to hide something, you need to ask yourself, why is that? And my husband never, ever made me feel bad about it. He knew that it was something that bothered me, but he never, ever made me feel like he loved me any less. And so it was a journey of finally realizing that I needed to get this right. And so again, I want you to know this wasn't about legalism or anything like that, but God basically said, do you love me more than you love food? And I didn't. I had to come to terms with that. And I tried a lot of things. I tried, working with nutritionists. I tried all these different things to get control of it. I'd start exercise programs that I'd give it up. I developed a condition, pre-diabetes, basically, which my body was fighting against me losing weight because I had gotten to that point. And so I explored bariatric surgery and got
Can you explain a little bit, what is that?
Bariatric surgery is basically the kind that I was looking into, is where they cut your stomach and make it a lot smaller, to the point where it can only hold an ounce or 2 at a time. And, I learned about it and realized I might not be able to eat meat again after this. I might never be able to eat the foods I loved. So I dropped it. I still loved food more than I desired to be healthy. So I thought, no, I don't need to do that. I can do this. And I tried again. And I realized I did not have control of this idol in my life. It controlled me. So I prayed one day, and this is a true story. Every bit of it is true. I prayed to God. I said, if this is what you need me to do, if this is what I have to do to prove that this doesn't control me, you have to make it so clear that even I can't deny that you're telling me to do this. So I picked up the phone and I called the doctor and told them I wanted to, restart the process. And it's a year-long process to be approved for this. And I had dropped it. I assumed I would have to start over. So I asked the nurse what I needed to do to pick this up, and she put me on hold. And she came back a little bit later and she said, I can't explain this, but I have an approval letter from your insurance company. And I said, how's that possible? I didn't complete, 2/3 of the program. And she said, I don't know. And I said, well, what should I do? And she said, well, if you want to do this, I suggest you do it before they realize their mistake.
Wow.
And I got off the phone scared, because I still really didn't want to do this. But I called my husband and explained what had happened. And he said, well, it's up to you. But even I couldn't deny that this was from God. So I did.
And that is exactly what you prayed for, right? I mean, that was your exact words. And then you're like, okay, here you go. And you're like,
it's putting out the fleece, for God. And, so I went ahead with it, and I was so scared. I remember eating the things I love, thinking this is the last time I'm ever going to enjoy this. But, God said, if your right hand offends you, cut it off. And I really felt like I had to cut it off in order to get control of this. So I went through with it. And I want to tell you, anybody who says that's the easy way, surgery is never easy. For a long time, I couldn't get anything down. I mean, you've got this desire to eat, but your stomach is this big. And when you can only eat a couple ounces at a time, you have to eat to fuel your body. So it was things like protein drinks or, protein pudding, different things like that. That was all I could consume. And I remember just wanting to guzzle a glass of water because I was so thirsty, and you cannot do that. Wow. And, to say that, I'm just being brutally honest here, a lot of throwing up, a lot of, being sick and hurting. And at one point, my esophagus, the scar tissue grew inward. Oh. I literally could not get anything down. It was all I could do just to swallow anything. And so I had to go in, and they had to remove scar tissue. They had to do that on me twice so that I could get something down. So I just, want people to know that is not an easy route to go.
No, and how long did that whole process take before you were actually able to, eat?
It was months. I was, having to eat soft foods and protein drinks, and, and I remember when I was pursuing this, going into the doctor and seeing people in the waiting room that looked dead. They were losing weight, but they looked kind of like zombies because they weren't getting the nutrients their body needs. And I thought, well, that's not what I want.
Right.
And I also remember them saying that over half the people put on all the weight within a couple of years. They put it back on, and possibly more. And I thought, well, I don't want that either. So I learned that I needed to not only, lose weight by restricting calories, I needed to learn how to eat to fuel my body. And so I did that. I read everything I could read about nutrition. I, learned how to introduce foods into my body, even though I was, limited with the capacity. And I also started exercising, and started with Richard Simmons VHS cassettes in my living room.
Uh-huh.
To this day, if I'm in a store and a disco song comes on, I can do the Richard Simmons dancing to that. Yep, that was me.
These are your before pictures.
Yeah.
Right? Wow.
And there aren't a lot of before pictures. I didn't like to have my picture taken, and I regret that I don't have as many pictures as I would like with people that I love, because I shied away from that. But I started with Richard Simmons, and I went up to Billy Banks, and I used my coffee table as a weight bench, and I educated myself on free weights and how to use those to strengthen my body. And I just decided I was not going to be one of those unhealthy, skinny people. So over time, I learned how to take care of my body, and I committed my body to God as a physical act of worship. And I don't suggest that people do this, but I made a covenant with God that because He gave me my life back, I would commit my wellness to Him. So if I cheated on my diet, I was cheating on God. If I skipped a workout, I was missing time with God. And the beautiful thing is I learned how to worship God while I was working out.
Wow.
And I call it, my second temple is in the gym, because when I learned about strength training, that when you're doing the moves, you're lifting the weights, your muscles are being torn down and damaged. And you get to a point of failure where you can't do one more rep, and your body repairs and makes those muscles bigger and stronger. And the next time you might get that extra rep. And it's a beautiful analogy. Every trial God, that we go through, mm-hmm. It hurts us. It tears us down. It creates scars, and we might get to a point of failure. but the next time we are stronger. And, everything we go through makes us stronger. And so in doing all this, it also strengthened my relationship with God. And I learned that discipline applies to everything in your life, or you're not truly disciplined. And prayer, scripture reading, everything. Sometimes you have to do what you don't feel like doing in order to get what you want.
You definitely have to do a lot of what you don't feel like doing to get what you want. That is so true. Let's see. Michelle is very excited that you're here.
Oh, hi, Michelle.
Chester says, great guest tonight. Scott Higgins. Oh, Scott, I just recently done a show with him. He said he has some of the same compulsions you have, and I can understand that too. And Michelle said, oh, good point. Go to God, not food. No kidding, right?
Amen.
Alice, glad to see you again.
Hi, Alice. Hi. Good to see you too. Reunion.
Let's see. My goodness. Let's see. I don't want to miss people. Oh, John, I agree. You are an inspiration and renewed your strength like an eagle. That's for sure.
Thank you, Isaiah.
Let's see. And Donnell's here and says, good point. We want results. We have to do the work physically and spiritually. I lack consistency. Yeah, that's for sure. Desiree talks about the body being a temple and loves your motivation to treat your body with love, prayer, Bible study, and proper nutritional. Congrats. And June said she loves hearing your story. Yeah, it's a remarkable story. And hasn't come easy for you either. That's for sure. And we, Donnell brought up a really good point about consistency. And I got to tell you, I will stick to something for a little while, and I'll be like, I had a goal before I did Dry Bar. I did not want to go on that stage, and when I watched it back, be focused on what I looked like, because I'm already going to be focused on as a comic, right? When we watch it back, we're already like ripping ourselves apart. So I wanted there to be one less thing that I was ripping myself apart on. And so I really was I stuck with it. I was counting, I counted my calories. I was watching what I ate, more, and I was working out daily. I made sure I worked out, and I had, I had something that I was following, workout. It was working out to music, walking, workout to music that was really fun and upbeat and blah, blah, blah. And so, so then I reached my goal and I got there and blah, blah, blah. I fit into the clothes that I wanted to fit into. And then it was slowly, plus on being on the road too, slowly deteriorating. And now I'm back to, I put probably 7 pounds back on of the 14 that I lost, I would say. Okay. And I can, how I can tell on my clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can
tell how you feel.
Yeah. The roll comes back.
Yeah.
Tim, there's a roll, and the roll keeps coming back. Okay. A little like
I'm a lot like Stacy. I am not an unhealthy skinny person. I am an unhealthy fat person, but I set a goal during the pandemic, and I did hit it.
That's great.
Yeah.
During that time, especially.
Yeah. And then, unlike Rhonda, I didn't go halfway. I went all the way back.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, one thing that can help is determining if you're a better abstainer or moderator. And the way you determine that, pick your snack food, whatever that is. Like, can you open a bag of chips and just have a few and put them away? Or are you that person that if you open the bag of chips, you're going to eat the whole bag? That's who I was. Yeah. And so learning that I'm a better abstainer, I'm better off if I just don't open the bag.
Right.
That, things like that, learning things like that about yourself can help. And then, you have to decide that, working out is like brushing your teeth. You don't get up and say, am I going to brush my teeth today? You just are.
Right.
And, sometimes people will say something to me like, well, what can you eat? Or, and I'm like, I can eat anything I want.
Right.
But this is how I choose to live. And, if you do choose to give that up to God, he will help you. You think of the fruit of the Spirit, self-control is one of those, and you get control by yielding it.
Mm.
And asking the Holy Spirit to be in you and to give you that control, and to remember that we're ultimately a spiritual being in a physical body. And, so when you feed that spiritual side of you, it does help with those impulses and the compulsions to mistreat your temple. And, I never would have gotten up on stage and done comedy at 300 pounds because I didn't want to be in anybody's attention at all.
Right.
And it held me back from things like in ministry even. And, I've done jail ministry now, and I would have been very self-conscious going in there and drawing any attention to myself. So it was holding me back from ministry. And it was years after I lost the weight before I could tell anybody my story, because I was still more ashamed of who I was than I was proud of what God did in my life. And I don't mean pride in a selfish way.
Right.
I still had to let go of that shame. And shame is what holds us back from what God wants us to do, and keeps us from. So it was years. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get out there, share my story, and then I'm going to put all the weight back on, and, ha ha. I know I'm never going to put that weight back on. I know that. It is not going to happen.
Let me just tap into that for a minute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that because you've pre-decided that you're not going to allow that to happen. You're not going to, and so I think with me, I'm not going to lie. I bought those flips, they're like chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh, yes.
You know how you said the bag of things that you shouldn't open? Because I can't eat one of those. I can eat a lot of those. They're very addictive.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think they are coated with cocaine or something. I don't know that for sure. I don't know. It doesn't say on the ingredients. But
the first bag is free, and then they start charging you.
I'm just telling you, it's but the whole thing was don't buy those, right?
Don't buy them. Or, and one of the things I'm passionate about too is intermittent fasting. And if you do find you are a better abstainer, like I am, it's easier for me to just not open the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I put rules in my life. Like I never eat before 5:30. And I know to some people that sounds extreme, but it's not a decision that I make on a daily basis. It just is a fact.
Right.
And so I let myself eat things that I want, during my eating window.
How small is your eating window? Because I have an eating window, but I fit a lot into that. Because I intermittent fast I do. I think I do a 16-hour fast.
That's great. Yeah. If we could all eat within 8 hours a day, that would be a great start. Start with that 8 hours, because 16 hours is where science has shown that your body starts to reap the benefits of fasting. At 16 hours is when it starts. So once you get to a 16-hour, you think, okay, this is when my body's in the zone. Can I push a little farther? Can I wait a little longer? Now, and it took me a while to come to this, but you asked what my window is. The minimum is I never eat before 5:30 p.m. That's my minimum. And I always try to plan some things, like if we're going to be working in the yard, okay, I'll wait till after that. Or if we've got our small group, I'll wait till after that. So 5:30 is the minimum. And then I just try to push a little bit later, every day. So there are times I don't eat dinner till 7:30. And
so what's your stop point? Do you have a stop point?
Bedtime. For me, it's bedtime. I can eat something right before bed and not have acid reflux or anything like that. But I what I do is I close my window with a handful of almonds. Okay, that's like closing my window means I'm not going to eat anymore. And I try to do that about 30 minutes before bed. But I eat a big meal, and people who've seen me eat my supper, I mean, my dad is like, whoa, I can put it away. And, but I crave the nutrients first. I want to eat things that my body needs. It comes naturally. So I eat a good dinner. And then if I want a little snack or a treat, between that and bedtime, I allow it. But now I also keep tabs on my weight. And if I'm at the high end of my allowance, I back off a little. If I'm in my good spot, I allow myself those splurges. Right. So it's all about balance. I'm very strict about, there's about a 5-pound window that I allow, and I check it. And that's just what works for me. Everybody has to find what works for them. And I'm happy to work with people and share with them. When you learn some of the benefits of fasting, it does really open your eyes. And I think that it's something that is spiritual and physical. And
so, Stacey, how can people get in touch with you if they have questions or if they want to work with you?
Yeah. Well, StaceyCorwin.com. I would encourage anybody who, wants to work with me, do read my story. I do ask that because there's a lot in there about, how I failed and how I came to learn, what I needed to do. I needed to put God on the throne. Food off, God on. Food off, God on. And every day I have a saying, check the throne. What's on the throne? Because for me, exercise got on the throne for a while. And that, sometimes it's shopping. Shopping makes me feel good. New clothes, things like that. So check the throne.
Ouch. Okay.
God on the throne first and foremost. And then, you can email me through my blog or Stacey@StaceyCorwin.com, or I'm very active on Facebook and I respond to messages. So, because I know what it's like. I still remember what it's like. And when I see people hurting, I do know what it's like. And I still have those same urges. I can now eat as much of anything I want. Over time, your stomach does grow back out. I have to cut myself off. I have to.
Mm-hmm. Stacey, I'm wondering, looking back over the experience that you've had, how do you feel like the surgery helped you? Is it something that you think, oh, this is the first step for most people, or is it something that you wish you could have done without, or how do you feel about it?
My doctor asked me that question at one time because now she knows me as this health fanatic, and she was there for all of it. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, for me, it was like looking at a mountain and somebody tells you have to move it and you have a spoon. So you're moving that mountain one spoonful at a time. Mm-hmm. For me, the surgery was like a backhoe, and it just helped me. Is it for everyone? I can't answer that because I was fortunate. My insurance covered it. I know that was between me and God. There was no question. But I don't want someone to be discouraged if that's not an option for them. Right. And, I can still talk to them about what I learned through that. And for some people, it might be an option. There are less radical procedures now, like lap band, which is reversible. So I would definitely encourage you to talk to your doctor. A lot of people, when I was morbidly obese, that was what I was, morbidly obese. I avoided the doctor because I didn't want to hear what she was going to tell me. But don't do that. Go to the doctor. And if you're pre-diabetic, that is reversible and curable. But once you're diagnosed as diabetic, that is forever. That is forever.
Stacey, you are just like a wealth of information. We could have you here all day. So I am going to have you back again because it's just you're just so inspiring and a little scary because because you speak truth. You speak truth and I like that. You're not, there's no fluff to it. You're not fluff.
Well, I just met Stacey this summer and I've only known her as funny.
Well, thank you, Tim. I
She was
appreciate
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I do love to use humor because it is a hard subject to talk about.
Yeah.
It is a hard subject for people. But I do want to say I do retreats also where I come to groups and talk about this. And I can do the comedy to kind of just help everybody get, so I do a Friday night comedy and then Saturday morning we talk about wellness. And it's not just a women's issue. I do a lot of women's groups, but I know men struggle with this as well. So, so you reach out to me for that.
Check out Stacy, and you know what? All of her follows are right there in the comments. Stacy, come back. You promise you'll come back?
I promise if you'll have me.
I would love to have you back. You guys, Stacy Corwin, everybody, give it up.
Good to see you, Stacy.
See you soon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I could just listen all day, but it is a little scary because that means there's action involved with that listening. But you know what? We have got to keep this show rolling on. And all right, our next guest, he hails from Arkansas and performs clean comedy for church outreaches and fundraising shows. This is his first time debuting. His career is made now. Please welcome Chris Parnell, everybody.
Chris.
Hey.
Yay.
Hey, Rhonda, Tim. Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
Great show so far.
I'm sorry, what?
Great show so far.
Oh, yes. Hasn't it been fun? I know. Did you like the snacks I left for you in the green room?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Could have done without the gluten-free, but thank you.
You're welcome.
My eating patio door is still open.
Oh my goodness. Sharon wants to say hi to you.
Hello.
So say hi to Sharon. So all right, so we're talking about we did talk about the weather. I like to find out how everybody else's weather is. I always like to find out how's the weather there in Arkansas.
Kind of cool today. It got up to 45, a little chilly for.
Ooh, that is
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Wow. I didn't realize it got that cold there. See, because I have no concept of geography at all. I have and it's so funny because I travel and my husband's like, you have no idea where you're going, do you? I'm like, no, I really don't. I don't have a clue. I'm like, I just book the flight and they'll take me there. I don't know where it is. You know what I mean? So, all right. So I have no idea where Arkansas is as opposed to where, all right, give me like a fake map and show me where Rhode Island is and show me where you are.
Rhode Island, go down to Florida.
Okay.
Turn right towards Texas.
Okay.
But you'll hit Louisiana.
Okay.
Turn right again at Louisiana. It's right above that.
Oh, okay. I think I kind of pictured that. That was really good. My goodness. You should be a teacher.
I should be a teacher.
Yeah. I was just going to say a diagonal line from Rhode Island to Dallas.
Oh. Wow, that's a lot easier.
Okay.
Geometry was my strong point.
Really? Geometry. No. Yeah, geometry. I caught that. I caught it. So I know where Texas is. No, everybody makes fun of me. As a matter of fact, who was it? They turned the tables on me. Brian Kahatsu, he had this little map. I don't know if it was the 50th episode or whatever. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle's helping me out. Arkansas is by me, Rhonda, from the bottom. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good, Michelle. Oh, and Stacy says, Chris is one of the best stand-up comics I've met. His dry delivery and killer one-liners make me jealous of him. Book him. Oh, she is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Yeah. Book me.
I've never had the pleasure to see you, either of you, perform live. So, who knows? Who knows?
It's going to happen.
We don't know.
When did you do your dry bar special?
When did I do my dry bar special?
Yeah.
In May of this year, 2021.
And has it been released?
Oh no, that thing won't be released. We're hoping it's going to be released in 2022. Okay,
because I was thinking my search. This is the worst website. I cannot find her dry bar special.
No, you won't.
I'm searching and searching and searching.
No. So no, it's I did record my dry bar special, but I have not. It's not been released yet. But I know people that it's been 19 months, and
wow,
you know,
yeah,
so, yeah, people have recorded. You know, it's a lot to edit. I think they need to hire some editors. I don't know. But I know the pandemic definitely set them back.
yeah.
And so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be out, and I will probably have a hard time watching it because by then my jokes will have changed. Because they evolve. Jokes evolve over time, don't they?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So, but hopefully by then I still will be the same size, Stacy Corwin. Hopefully I will be the same size or even less than that. That's what and it's hard though. The older you get, you know, it's not. It's like the 5 pounds doesn't come off like it used to, Chris Parnell.
Oh,
it just doesn't.
Hey, when I turned 50, I did one video of P90X. It gave me an instant 6-pack.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor said it was 6 bulging hernias.
Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think there's safety. There's safety that you when you're working out too. Yeah. Well, you know, this is very appropriate because we have a little if you've watched the show before, we have a little segment on here, which is my favorite segment. It's my favorite. It's called That's right. It's time for You've Got Game. And you know what? We are going to bring up our scorekeeper. That's right. Welcome, the scorekeeper.
Hey, scorekeeper.
The official scorekeeper of Talk It's Cheap. Thank you so much. We just this is where I pit my guests against each other, and of course, you are playing for the very coveted Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer, 100% clean comedy, 100% clean and sanitized hands. That's right. Oh, that was amazing, scorekeeper, the way you did that. Yes, they love game time. Here comes the scorekeeper. The scorekeeper returns. Hey, Stacy is putting some great information there in the comments too, so you guys make sure you check it out afterwards. Very cool. Very, very cool. She's amazing. She's amazing. All right.
I'm a huge fan of the scorekeeper.
Yeah. Right? The best scorekeeper ever. I'm telling you. All right. So
it's like there's a whole crew of people behind that. I don't even know how it's happening.
So you realize that the scorekeeper can be bribed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got some cryptocurrency.
Oh my goodness. All right. So tonight's game is called
Dun, da, da, da. Tim Williams.
Snack Attack. Right. It's time for Snack Attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you oh my goodness, Stacy, this is perfect for your anyway, we have some crunchy, unhealthy snacks that that maybe some of you shouldn't open the bag, but we're gonna oh my goodness, we're gonna show you the snack, Tim, Chris, of course, in my audience, and you are gonna have to identify it. All right. So you're going to type it in. Remember how to type in your answers. We went over that. And all right. Are you ready?
Ready to roll.
Okay. Alex, put up our first snack of the night. Okay. All right. So you're going to type in your answer. And well, you know what? It could be really tough because there could be one or two, right? One or two of the, All right. All right. Let's reveal your answers. Cheez-Its or Cheez-Nits? You're covering all the bases.
Tim went above and beyond.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. The correct answer is... It's Cheez-Its. Very good. You both scored a point on that. And how did our audience do? June Colson has it. Alice has it, and she zits.
I think June wins because she got the hyphen in the right spot. She actually spelled it right.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
We don't take off points for spelling here, so I just want to let you know that. Okay, I want to let you know that. All right, are you ready for your next snack attack, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now these are something that these are addictive too for me. These are very addictive for me. I don't have a craving for them all the time, but all right. Let's reveal your answers. Nacho Doritos. Doritos is the answer. Doritos, scorekeeper. Yes, it's Doritos. It's the correct answer. Good job. How about Stacy knew what those were? Stacy knew that those were Doritos. That's right. That's awesome. Alice knew they were Doritos, as did June. Awesome job. Awesome job. All right. Oh, June and Alice. The scorekeeper is cracking me up. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. What's our next snack attack? Ooh. Let's see if you know this snack. This is actually something that I gave out on Halloween. I gave this snack out because if it was leftovers, I didn't want to have candy because I knew if I had candy, I would be in big, big, big trouble. Because, all right.
Now I want to change it.
All right. Tim says it's kettle corn and cheese puffs. Are you sure? Says the scorekeeper.
No.
Let's see. What do we have here?
I would never eat that.
Corn puffs. And June said,
is it just straight up popcorn?
And let's see. Pirate puffs. Oh, somebody's pretty close. Big bird bar. Cheesy styrofoam. It's pretty close to that. Actually,
it's not barf.
It is called. That's right, Sharon.
Pirate's Bounty.
It is pirate booty. That's what it is. Pirate booty. Good job, Sharon. You guys, I'm sorry to say.
I don't think we have that in Arkansas.
Pirate's booty? Pirate's booty. Go look in your. It does taste like cheesy styrofoam.
Okay.
But, that too can be addictive. But I got the small bags. Stacy would be so proud of me. I got the small bags to give out, and
didn't open it.
And I can open them because they're like they're low in calories. They're not healthy, but at least if I'm gonna have something to snack on, it's not so bad. Chewy. Chewy. Okay. All right. Ready? Snack attack, Alex. Here we go. Oh, let's see if you know what this snack is.
I ate some today.
I was introduced to this snack in an airplane. That's the first place I had these. All right. Let's see. Let's bring it up. Sun something. And Sun chips. The correct answer. Stacy knew what they were. Oh, and so did June. Sun chips, sun chips. Those are sun chips. And let's see. So that means I don't know if you're going to get a half.
Oh, man.
For that. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Chris gets the point. Chris gets the point. All right.
That has never been on the throne for me.
Sun chips. Who said they had some today?
Me.
Chris.
Oh, you had
They're his snack of choice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would never spend money on that.
That's funny. Yeah, they're different. They're different. Oh, Sun something is the Aldi brand. Says that's hilarious. All right, let's bring up our next snack attack. Ooh, this is my brother's absolute favorite. He loves these. You know what I like to do with these? I like to
throw them away.
and dip them in chocolate and decorate them for Christmas and give them as Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the chocolate? See? The scorekeeper knows.
Pretzel rods.
Pretzel stick or pretzel
Nice.
rods. The correct answer is it's pretzel rods. Stacy knew. Yep. It's
Oh,
pretzel
wow.
rods. Oh my goodness, Tim, come on.
I'm only eating stuff that's fried. Let's face it. If it's not fried, I don't want it.
Pretzel sticks. All right. Ready? We are going to bring up the next snack attack. Oh, you know what those are? I don't know. Those should be like punishment. I don't know. Those are just, I don't get it. But I don't think there's anything good.
Oh.
All right. Are you ready? We're going to reveal your answer. The correct answer is veggie straws. They are super gross.
I went with rods again.
Well,
Veggie straws.
I went with sticks.
Veggie straws. Yeah, they are really disgusting. Robert G. Lee, you're grossing me out. Veggie straws. Is anybody purchased these? They're just disgusting. All right, so I don't know if the scorekeeper is going to give you points or not for that.
No. Yeah.
1 point? No points? 1 point.
Each
put a point. Okay.
Yeah, because we were just playing around.
Okay, so it's okay.
Potato.
They are like celery. You buy them and you don't eat them. Yes, Stacey, you are correct. They are. They're just gross, and they just have the weirdest, horrible flavor. Like I would rather eat a vegetable. Like that's how bad they are.
Yeah, I mean they're not fried. What's the deal?
They're not food. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I'm guessing they're not a sponsor of the show.
No, they're not. Probably, and you know what? I wouldn't even accept them. Okay, so veggie straws. People, if you want to be a sponsor on Talk is Cheap, just forget it. Okay, just forget it because I won't have you. That's how bad. And not that they're knocking down my door.
Yeah, they do ruin drinks.
Yeah,
but they're good for the environment.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Snack attack. This is something that I have. I could open the bag of these.
Yeah, no trouble.
I could open the bag of these. For sure. All right. You got your answers in yet? All right. Are you ready? Is the correct answer? Oh, you both have the same answer. Are they cheese puffs? Yes, they are. You are both correct. Yeah, the scorekeeper, bring those back what you had.
Yeah, now I would eat those crunchy Cheetos.
Yeah,
all
I like
the
the
day
crunchy
long.
Cheetos better. I know.
Yeah.
Because they are totally different. They're totally
fried.
Different. Cheese puffs. Let's see. We got some answers here. You guys, I love that you're playing along. Cheese puffs. Yes, cheese puffs and cheese gummy worms. Ew. That sounds really gross. Chester cheese puffs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Okay. Anyway. It's my favorite cousin. This is my favorite cousin, Peter. I was like, I had to read that thing. I'm like, now I get it. Okay. Those are not the same thing. No, those are not the same. Oh, they are not. Those are actually way better, actually. I like the crunchy ones myself. But you guys both scored a point on that one. All right, we've got another one. Let's see if you recognize this snack. Let's see. There's a clue there. There is a clue there. All right. Are you ready to reveal your answers, guys? You both have Pringles. Stacy said it's Pringles. All right.
It could be Lay's stacks.
Yeah, they stack up, and I don't know. Do you eat Pringles, you guys?
if somebody makes me.
You're correct, June. No.
Nah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not real potato chips.
Right. No.
Pringles potato chips were invented in 1865. Yeah, they're not real. Like they're I don't know. It's almost, you know what? You know how like wood is compressed? You know how they
Right.
have,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that,
Yeah.
only in food form.
Yeah.
Pringles. What does it say
Medium-
on there? I can't read it. Does it say like there's actual real potato?
Dried potatoes. Yeah, it's the top
Dried
ingredient.
potatoes. Yeah, see, it's like
Yeah.
compressed wood, only in chip form. Pringles.
MDF.
Yeah. My
Medium
son used to
density.
love those. He loved those. Yes. Stacy says you can't legally call them chips. They're worse for you in chips because they spike your insulin more. Did you know that? Well, then see, I'll eat chips, Stacy.
You talked us into it.
Yeah. She did. All right, we got another one for you. This is something I could open the bag of and I'd be fine.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's the
Don't
best
you
thing in
guys
the
have
world.
don't you guys have something crazy out there in Texas that you do with these? Is it Texas?
You just eat it. It's the best chip
Somebody
in the world.
Who pours like cheese
Frito
and
pie.
chili and stuff
Yeah.
like that on them?
Yeah.
All right. Are they Fritos? They are. In fact, they are. Fritos. Yeah, I don't know.
You're not a fan.
No, I'm not. Oh, that's your favorite, Sharon? Fritos.
I do like the barbecue.
Yeah.
I like the barbecue ones. Yeah. But I still I'm like the real hot ones, the hot ones. Yeah, I could go without them though. So, all right, let's see what else we've got. Let's do another one. One more. We got to do one more.
I'm going to bet all my money on this one.
You're going to bet all your money?
Far behind.
Okay. Let's see. Some women money. You know, this is a snack that smiles back. Is what it is. The snack that smiles back, right? That's the commercial for that. And goldfish. That's what Stacy says they are. What did you guys say? You guys said
same thing.
Goldfish. You are correct. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Alice knows. Yeah, I know, Sharon. Chewy knows it's the end of the show. It's coming. So, like, Chewy's like, okay, he's letting me know. He does. He wakes up, I swear, right at the end. But I didn't give him any quiet moments today. He was already quiet. So I was like, that's pushing it for me. What's the final score?
I mean, Chris took everybody down. Everybody.
Chris wins the Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer. 100% clean comedy. 100% clean and sanitized hands. Its price is valued at $5,500. All right.
Whoa.
My goodness. So we are at the end of the show, and it's so much fun to have you guys. Chewy's like, all right, let's show them to be here for next Tuesday's show, Alex. For next week, my guest co-host is Patrick Collins, and Mary Bouquet will be joining us along with Christy Largen's going to be back. It's going to be a super fun show. I am so excited. I want to thank everybody here for joining us tonight. My amazing scorekeeper. Love that scorekeeper. I love Chewy.
Yeah.
Chewy's here. Chewy is making there. Let's bring Chewy up. There's Chewy. Yes, Chewy. We know you're here. Oh my goodness. There's little Chewy. Look how crazy that is. Chewy's here making some noise saying, let's end the show because I want to go outside. Let me see. I'm going to have to bring him over here. It's so crazy. All right. Do you have anything going on? Any shows coming up that you want to advertise? Well, then you guys have to book these people right now.
Yeah, just book us.
Yeah, let's give it up for Stacy too. You guys, all their follows are in the comments. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to my amazing audience. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it. All right, I hate to say it. You guys can stick around for a bit, but episode 109 is out. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks. Thanks, Rhonda. Good to see you, Chris.
Thanks for
See you
thanks
guys.
for yeah.
Bye, Ron. Thank you.
Bye.
I will hold, I will hold, I will hold my tongue. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Yeah. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.